What is going on? Welcome to No Chill Promos. How y'all doing? Hope you're having a blessed Wednesday watching this before I get started on NXT this week. Just got to do a quick shout out to all subscribers to the channel and to the followers on Rumble. Apparently I'm at 466. I forgot, got the one or two bots come in and out, or maybe just two people that said fuck it after the whole Raja Jackson situation. Like I said, it's a one and done. If he goes to jail or prison or not, I don't give a shit. If Stu press charges, I don't give a fuck. Said what I said, I called it right down the middle. Keep it moving. Alright, got other shit to talk about like NXT this week. If you don't like it, tough shit. Alright. I'm at 149 on Rumble. What's that, 150? So thank you to the people who like, comment, subscribe, support the channels. I appreciate it. I truly do. There's a lot of times I don't feel like coming on here and talk about wrestling at all. Like, at all. Like, trust me. Like, when I'm chilling, I'm chilling. Alright? You know, there's fucking Metal Gear Solid 3 that just dropped. I gotta fucking replay that, you know, because I have so many memories, the nostalgia. It's not my favorite. My favorite is still Metal Gear Solid on PlayStation. That game is untouchable, in my opinion, but I digress. Right? Enough of that. Let's get into it. Alright, start off with the first match of the show. We have Amos Parker, Jada Parker going against the Bougie Booty, the Legend of Lash, two of the finest women here in this division going at it. If I can only choose one, I said this before, I'll say it again, I'm going with Legend of Lash. Fast forward to the finish, Lash hits the last extension to Jada Parker for the 1, 2, 3. Last Legend, it goes over. Right afterwards, Jada Parker is feeling some type of way, hits the Hypnotic through the barricade, crushing Last Legend from the mass, from all that ass back there. Right, do a lot of damage to anybody. Alright, I know a lot of people, they're confused. They're like, what's going on with Jada Parker? Why is she losing so much? Well, it's no coincidence. After she made comments about a certain community, alright, earlier this year. Or was it this year or last year? I don't remember. But when the fuck she made a comment, you know, people were pissed off. You know, it was all downhill from there. That's why Jada Parker is in the position that she's at right now, because of her comments. Moving on, we see the glamour. Monica Monroe chopping up with Ariana Grace, finding a common bond because they're both gorgeous women that take pride in their beauty. Alright? Guess who comes storming in? That is the juggernaut, Jordan Briggs. She's still pissed the fuck off. Right? Disrespects Kelly Armstrong in process. Kelly has enough. She says, oh, hold on, ho. That's the second fucking time you done disrespect me. Alright, I don't give a shit what your beef is with Monica Monroe, but he ain't gonna do me like that. Alright, I'm the Evolved Champion, bitch. Alright, you're gonna recognize tonight, because now you have a problem with too strong Kelly Armstrong. I'm like, tell her, let her ass know. You damn right, she's the Evolved Champion, the first ever Evolved Champion. You ain't gonna treat her any type of way. Fuck out of here. Fuck you think this is? Alright, so we're gonna get Kelly Armstrong versus Jordan Grace later on tonight. We did get a promo from the young OG, Javon Evans. He's feeling sentimental after his loss at Heat Wave to Dinula over thing. He says, you know, I haven't talked to anybody in over a week, you know, because I was so confident, you know, I got great advice from some of the goats here in this industry that I was gonna win at Heat Wave. I challenged him, I hit his ass with a cutter. I heard the ref hit the mat 3 times, the crowd popped. I thought I did it. But come to find out, Oba's foot was under the damn rope. You know, I even told my baby sister prior to the match that, hey, Big Brother is going to get the job done and become the youngest NXT champion of all time. But clearly that didn't happen. I lost. Got my ass whooped. I got mollywopped. I got obliterated. I got fucking destroyed by Obafemi. And I'm not going to come out here and make excuses for it. And I let y'all down. I let myself down. let the NXT universe down, and I'm sorry. I really am. Like, I don't know what to say. He then gets interrupted by someone driving a Harley Davidson, right? Alluding to the fact that it could be the Undertaker player, all right? And then Jay Vaughn was like, ain't no way. Ain't no way Undertaker's here. Mark Calloway don't give a damn about me like that. Lights turn off and then we hear that legendary gong and the crowd erupted. That was a huge pop for Undertaker. Only to then hear the fucking theme song for Josh Briggs. Comes out looking like, oh, dead man walking. Oh, he's a dead man, alright. That motherfucker got some gold weight heat for that ass. That crowd was pissed off. He said, you still suck. We don't care. No, we don't like you. We don't like you. Like, damn. Josh Briggs comes out, right? Confronts Javon Evans. He's like, that's your problem, Javon. You're out here feeling sorry for yourself, man. You come from a generation that wants to tweet and Instagram and TikTok your emotions for the old world to see. That's your problem. What you should have did is look at Obafemi dead in his eye, smack the shit out of him, and challenge him for the NXT championship. So if you're not going to do it, I am. That's why I'm the big stepper, and I stepped on up to Obafemi, looked him dead in his eye, and told him I'm coming after his ass. He's been champion for far too long in this damn company. It's about time we have a new face to run the place, and that's going to be Josh Briggs. Javon then says, like, hey, listen, bro, like, I don't know you. You ain't my friend. No one told you to bring your happy ass out here and interrupt me with your Wonder Woman tattoo. It's a wonder why you're still here in the first place in this company. Nobody cares about you. Nobody likes you. You ain't never going to be NXT World Champion, and you're damn sure not going to be champion before me. Now, Josh was feeling some type of way after his comments, so he then attacks Javon Evans, lays him out with a big boot, then chokeslam him, right, and the back of his head hits the steel chair. I'm like, oof, that was a nasty bump. Alright, so we end the segment with Josh Briggs laying out Javon Evans. We then go backstage with Mr. Hank and Tank. We got Ricky Maivia and the reigning, defending, undisputed NXT World Champion, the ruler, Obafemi. Alright, they're getting ready for their main event match against the State of Darkness here tonight. Alright, and then we see that they're teasing the tensions between Ricky Maivia and Obafemi. Because Ricky Maivia wants to be the NXT World Champion, and Obafemi don't give a damn about no Ricky Maivia. Alright? Then move on to the next match, and this match right here. This was the worst portion of this episode. Right? Because we have Isaiah Brookside from TNA even give her a whole video package before the match. And she's going up against Candice Gargano. She comes out. You can hear crickets on that bitch. No one gives a fuck about Candice LeRae. They never have and they never will. Alright, she's there. You know what I mean? Like literally, just a body. More like a nobody, because I still wonder why people like her are still there. You know what I mean? Which I already know why, because of Triple H. Ugh. That's the only reason why. If Vinnie Mac was still there, best believe these people like Candice LeRae will be up and gone with the quickness. But we get the match, got a little tournament, or to determine who's going to be the number one contender for So Rude God No Mercy for the Speed Championship, right? 3 minutes. You got 3 minutes. 3 minutes is all they can spare. Fast forward to the finish, not even 3 minutes. Candice LeRae hits the Lion Salt, not the Moonsault, Vic, the Lion Salt, onto Zaya Brookside for the 1, 2, 3. So, moment of silence for Zaya Brookside. I don't get it. I truly don't get it, man. Like, this poor woman, she gets dropped out every fucking where she goes. She can't get any momentum behind her, and potential is there. You know, she's a likable baby face, and they try to turn her heel, and then they fucking retcon that. You know, just like I don't I don't know, man. Like, you're gonna tell me that you have one jobber who can't beat the other jobber, Candice LeRae, you might as well just fucking release her. If you ain't gonna push her, you have no plans in creative for her, fucking let her go. Like, far as I'm concerned, she is losing far too fucking much. Alright, now, right now we got Ash by Elegance, right? You know, she's the current TNA Knockouts champion. They should be building her up to be a potential contender for Ash by Elegance. But what do I know? You know, all I know is that Xia Brookside deserves better. It's a damn shame the way she's being booked right now. But we move on to see Chase U. They're talking to Josh Briggs. Josh Briggs feels some type of way. Got the team Von Wagner. I don't know his name. I don't know their dude's name that looks like DJ Dom Dollar. Eventually I'll know their names. Alright, but they're like, man, we have a problem with the way you treated Javon Evans, bro. Like, you're supposed to be the locker room leader, but you're just a big ass bully. And I'm just wondering to myself, who dubbed Josh Briggs to be the locker room leader? When they said that shit, I was laughing my ass off. I'm like, really? Like, I hope that's not true. Like, why the fuck would Josh Briggs be a locker room leader? But all this does is set up a match between Josh Briggs versus Andre Chase, aka Tom Green, later on tonight, right? They'll go backstage. We got several tag teams here. We got Izzy Den, we got Tam Paxley, Soru Gazaria, and Fatal Influence. You know, one of these tag teams are going after the Women's Tag Team Championship. I guess that's some fucking PLE, Wrestlepalooza or some shit. I don't fucking know. I have been watching the main roster, so I don't give a fuck. We didn't get a State of Darkness promo video package. Alright, and I can't do it justice. So you can go check it out on YouTube, or if you watch the episode, you've seen how good this shit was. You know, referencing, you know, them being like security guards to moving on up the ladder. This is good. This is very good. And like I said before, Dark State is easily the best tag team here in the WWE. Not even fucking close. Second would be Hank and Tank. Alright, but these guys have potential. All four of them, especially my boy, my nigga, Lucky Ali. Big ups at that lock. If you know, you know. But we then move on to the reigning, defending, undisputed TNA World Heavyweight Champion, Mr. Wolf That Trick. Wolf That Trick. Yeah, Wolf That Trick. Wolf That Trick. I like it. Yeah, man. Trick and Trick Williams comes through because of promo talking about, I named myself the greatest NXT champion of all time because it's true, and I didn't hear a peep, a whisper, a bat signal, a pigeon carrier. I didn't hear a damn thing from anyone contesting that. And there's either two reasons: because they know it's true, or because they're scared. They're scared to step up and confront Trick Williams because they know I'll whoop that ass, right? He then gets interrupted by DIY. Crowd pops. There's obviously, you know, black and gold, nostalgia. And me, I don't give a fuck about DIY. Never have, never will. I like Tommaso Ciampa, but as long as he continues to tag team with fucking fuckface Johnny Gargano, I don't care. Like, so it's like the same shit with the Machine Gun, Carl Anderson with Luke Gallows. It's the same exact shit, literally. They come out and they're like, you think you're the greatest NXT champion of all time? Nah. No, you have something that we can't claim, and that is that TNA world title. We got that on us, right? But we came from an era from demons to huggers to being glorious, hell, even being undisputed. What was undeniable was the love, the passion that all of us had for NXT back then, all right? And that's the same passion, the love that you lack right now, Trick Williams. Great crowd chanting, mellow, mellow, mellow. Hell, we might as well bring back Carmelo Hayes because he doing fuck all on the main roster, as far as I know. All right, you might as well run it back. You know, like you have babyface Carmelo Hayes go up against heel Trick Williams. There you go. But before we get that, we're gonna have a program with Trick Williams versus DIY. I hope Trick whoops both these Tricks' asses. Just like Booker T said on commentary before DIY lays out Trick Williams. Booker T said, "We got a couple of haters. What we got here? A couple of haters?" But nah, he's like, "Oh no, man. These two are some haters." And that's exactly what the fuck they are. They are hating on the success of Trick Williams. So they brought their happy asses down here to leech of the spotlight of Trick Williams. Because aren't they supposed to be making a name for themselves on SmackDown, on main roster? They've done it all here at NXT. Why are they back here? Well, we already know why. And that's to put over Trick Williams as they should. When they go backstage with Ava and Javon Evans, Ava tells Javon, "Listen, I seen what happened earlier, and I'll get you a match with Josh next week, right? But I need you to leave here tonight and promise me you're not going to get involved with their match tonight." Javon says, "No, all right, sure." So he gets kicked off, removed from premises, right? We then go from that to Tavon Heights to it's not confidence, it's all ego. The reigning, defending, undisputed NXT Canadian champion. All ego, Ethan Page. Basically, they're supposed to have, I guess, some type of segment or some shit next week or whatever. That's cool, fine and dandy, but we move on to the next match. Got the Juggernaut Jordan Briggs going up against the reigning, defending, undisputed, Evolve Women's Champion, Too Strong, Callie Armstrong. And you would think to yourself, you know, the young buck coming up in Callie, maybe, just maybe, they'll try to protect her, you know, because she is a champion on a whole brand that is Evolve. But does that happen? Absolutely not. As we fast forward to the finish, Jordan hits that Juggernaut driver. For the 1, 2, 3, Jordan Briggs officially goes over and beats the Evolve Women's Champion clean as a whistle. Afterwards, Monica Monroe comes through. They brawl it out on the outside, and somehow you see some strawberry preserves leaking from Monica Monroe. That's it. We then move on, get a video package from its Vice City season. That is the Muy Caliente Lola Vice. Right? And the fact that she gets her own backstory tells me that she must win at No Mercy. Otherwise, what the fuck's the point? You know, you're doing the whole backstory that she did the first time when she was going after AJ Perez, that is Roxanne Perez. You know, Roxanne, I don't want to be your man. You know, they fed her to Roxanne. Still, you don't get a pass from that shit. That was fucked up. It took her over a year to finally get back to this point, right? So now she's number one contender to Juicy Jane and No Mercy, right? Telling backstories so that she can connect to the audience, you know, and you're gonna do that just so she can lose? Nah. She has to win. Point, plain and simple, she must win. But move on to the next match. Got Josh Briggs versus Tom Green, aka Andre Chase. Fast forward to the finish because it's basically a squash match. Josh hits the choke slam into the big boot. For 1, 2, 3, Josh Briggs goes over, then continues to destroy, dismantle Chase U, choke slam, Dom Dollar through the fucking announce table. Booker T was pissed off. So for the second time, we see Chase U gets absolutely wrecked. Right? Where's Rich Holland? I don't know. I haven't seen Rich Holland in it's been a minute, honestly. I don't know where the fuck that dude's at. But moving on, go backstage. Trick Williams, before he leaves to heads out, someone asks a question, hey Trick, how you feel about DIY whooping your ass earlier? Trick Williams says, DIY, you think I'm gonna let that shit slide? You come into my brand and embarrass me in front of the entire world? Nah. I got some history here, that's cool. Nobody gives a shit. I got some history here too. So we're gonna find out next week. Let's talk about it. Then move on to the main event. Got Hank the Tank and Ricky Maivia Pirula Obafemi versus the reigning, defending, undisputed NXT Tag Team Champions, the State of Darkness, Dark State. Fast forward to the finish, where you got Oba and Ricky. They're fighting. They go to the back in their real position, all throughout the fucking NXT arena there, building. Alright, so that leaves Hank and Tank isolated, destitute. He got Cutler, he's choking out Hank. He says, "Who's gonna save you now, huh?" You know, Hank was like, "I believe in Joe Hendry." Say his name, he appears. We see Joe Hendry coming through with a distraction. Hank and Tank hit their tag team finisher. Cutler for the 1, 2, 3. Hank and Tank with the help of Joe Hendry go over. Afterwards, we see Ricky Maivia and Obafemi. They're still fighting. Right? They're probably still fighting right now backstage. And that's it for this episode of NXT this week. So overall, that was a good episode. Again, I can't recall the last time I seen a bad episode from NXT. But I do want to hear from you guys. Put your comments in the comment section if you watched it, if you even care. As far as what's next, I want to knock out NWA. Like I said, I got 3 more episodes left and caught up. And I will be doing Evolve this week too. I'm probably going to be skipping out on Dynamite this week. You know, well, it depends on what happens tonight, but more than likely, I'm probably just going to skip it. But yeah. Regardless, wasting up for you guys' time. So best said, be safe, be blessed, take care of yourself, protect you and yours, your loved ones, stay warm, stay dry, stay frosty, and most importantly, trust in God. God be with you. I'm out of here. And until next time, adios.